Hello, hello everyone. Hello, welcome. We're starting now. I'm just gonna share my screen with you 1 second. Hi Sheila, hello, hello. Okay, let's just wait a couple of seconds. Hello, can you type in, can you please type if you can hear me and can you see the screen, please? I know that it's working. Okay, thank you, fantastic, thank you. Okay, brilliant. Okay, let's wait a few seconds and we can start. Perfect. Okay, I will start now, Sheila, so you don't have to wait any longer. And okay, so this is Mind Over Mouth, from emotional eating to food freedom. Thank you for joining. I'm so excited you're here with me today for this masterclass. And get yourself comfortable, have a pen and paper ready, switch off your mobile phone. Let's start. Just wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping. So I will be answering questions for you at the end. So if you have any questions, then please do add them later, because I want to go for the program, so make the most of it. But I will be asking you some questions throughout. So if you can ask them, answer them to yourself, or you can share in the comments. There's no pressure, but obviously I want to make sure that you make the most of the masterclass, and that So I'm your host, I'm Eva, and I'm a certified life coach. I'm health and nutrition coach, and also eating psychology coach. So I will talk to you today how to get from emotional eating to food freedom. So it's a Mind Over Mouth masterclass. So thank you for being here with me today, and to talk to you about some very, very special and painful challenges that surrounded around food and weight. And like many of my own personal clients, and I'm sure this is not your first attempt at trying to find a solution to your unwanted eating behaviors. So by the time my clients come to me, they tried, everything, and they've tried like every diet known to man, and some have. Hold on, let me see. Okay, just some have tried therapy, nutrition, self-help books. So it's, I know it's exhausting. We've tried everything. So does this sound like you? So first, I'm going to ask you a series of 9 questions, and I want you to answer honestly among yourself. Just yes or no, like a survey. So what we are going to do is we're going to circle back around, at the end, you can collect your total number of yeses or nos. That's all right. So it's all about, does it sound like you? So yes or no. So does it sound like you? You are constantly thinking about food. You eat when you are stressed, bored, or lonely, and you use food as your friend. You instantly feel extreme guilt and shame after you've overeaten. If you were to eat a biscuit, you would want the entire packet. 5, you are exhausted from gaining and losing the same weight and struggling with an all or nothing mentality. Number 6, you are body shaming or letting the numbers on a scale measure your self-worth, determine your mood, or dictate what to eat or don't eat. You punish yourself for binging and strict food consumption the next day. You are worried that you will always have those problems and never have a normal relationship with food, regardless of how much you're trying to change it. You avoid fats and carbs because they're bad, or you treat them as the enemy. So how many yeses? Sheila, how many yeses have you had?
It's many, especially for number 6. Yeah, it's like I let the weight dictate to self-worth.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. This is a big one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's move on. So this is mind over mouth, from emotional eating to food freedom. So I have 4 simple steps for you. So I hope you're super pumped. This is like my favorite topic, and I want to share with you those 4 steps I have learned from my own experience. They're all like I've done them. So, you know, I have learned like I was gaining weight, I was losing weight, I was starting diet, not finishing diets. I was going running and going to the gym and not finishing and quitting and just just was all over like a cycle, just never ending. So after applying those 4 simple steps into your life, you are going to be able to focus on just being you, being your best self, living your best life, and trust yourself with your in your body again. And this is important, especially for us women, to have the 100% confidence, and and to feel like the food doesn't control you. So so their steps are also vital to to learn how to love yourself. I know that might sound cheesy, but it's it's true. um, and they here the steps are here to help you, to go through it from the from the emotional eating to food freedom, to get you back into your life, to enjoy your life, to enjoy cooking, to enjoy socializing again, once we can, and just feel good about yourself, and putting yourself first, and just no longer worry about the impact that the struggles might have, and most importantly, the steps are going to help you, like, kind of to get to the root of the cause of all your struggles and your emotional eating. So I'm going to show you, how close you can actually be in achieving your health goals. And it doesn't have to be like lots of time and lots of going into research and searching the internet to figure out, and how to hopefully, and that's one, and that's why I kind of make this masterclass, and I'm glad you're here with me today. So thank you. So by the end of this masterclass, you will learn how to stop numbing your negative feelings with food, and how to feel comfortable and confident around food again. How to overcome your negative feelings, like boredom, stress, loneliness, that trigger your binge eating. How to make peace with food, have the last food binge, and completely trust yourself around food. You will also learn how to naturally be in control around food without feeling the pressure of being perfect, how to stop being codependent on tracking diets and any food rules, and then trust yourself to know when, what, and how much to eat. how to stop wasting your energy, time, and money on destructive eating habits that keep you stuck. And overall here, my big promise to you is to show you, how you can end this lifelong food, body, and weight struggles, for good. So quickly, what's my story? So, before we deep dive into this masterclass, just wanted to quickly give you a little bit of an overlook of my life, of me, and what my story is. So, so my name is Eva. I'm originally from Poland, but I have lived in London for 17 years. And prior to that, I spent a year in Boston, in Massachusetts, in US. So my own journey to stress-free eating and yo-yo, it was from yo-yo dieting, and like I mentioned, like gain weight, losing weight, binge eating, restricting, all of this. So, being fit 1 minute, then less fit, and I ate rubbish, then felt bad about it. I tried every diet under the sun, from, cabbage soup, low carb, no sugar, to keto and intermittent fasting. And I know you can probably relate when I said I ate anything that I could get my hands on, from like sweet, savory, cold, hot, cooked, raw, anything. Mostly sweet, but okay, same here. Yeah, okay. Right. Uh, so so my diet becomes so restricted, I became sick and weak, and I just lacked any enjoyment in my life. I just wasn't happy. I wasn't happy like this, like I'm on a photo. This photo was taken about 5 months ago, and I wasn't happy like that, not at all. So I was sad, I was stressed and lonely, and I sought comfort in food, so I binged. And I didn't know what was happening to me. I had mood swings, I had nostalgia, fatigue. I felt worthless and just unnecessary. And I never told us all because I was too embarrassed. I didn't know what was happening to me. So now, after time of learning about myself, really, now I have healthy relationship with food. I feel happier and more confident, and more secure and comfortable in my own body. I'm enjoying life, and I can freely go out to restaurant and choose whatever I want from the menu. So, without the worry of calorie counting, and I'm in complete control now around food and can easily stop eating when I'm full. So for the last 3 years, my life has been about creating and maintaining sustainable lifestyle habits, including, being active, eating nutritious food, hydrating, being mindful, sleeping well, because that's important. I've learned to face fears with, passion, strengths, and beliefs, and I've learned to kind of harness my more positive mindset. So, and I realized something through my own journey, that trying to change your life, for the better is hard. And you shouldn't have to do it on your own. And having someone on hand to keep you even accountable and, cheering you along the way is, it's something very important. And, to help you commit and create the consistency in your routine, in your health journey. So unfortunately, not everyone will understand your struggles, because I know from my own experience, I didn't have anyone to kind of go to. So but I've been this, I understand, and I hear like lots of clients or saying that it's difficult on your own. So that's why one of the reasons I became a coach and I became life coach, and I'm dedicated to empower women on their own journeys. And you won't believe the difference it actually makes when you have someone else, checking with you with your choices, every day, but you have dedicated support system at the touch, of a button. So how would it feel? How would it feel to be at peace with food, your body, and yourself? To spontaneously go out for ice cream and not worry about the calories, to not allow a number on a scale to define your worth. How would it feel to go out to dinner with your family and friends and know that you can order whatever you want without fear that you will overeat or put on weight? So stay till the end. If you're serious about your health and wellness, then stay till the end of the masterclass. And again, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, are you ready? So this is again Mind Over Mouth, from emotional eating to food freedom in 4 simple steps. So step number 1 is emotional eating triggers. And I don't know if anyone knows actually if you are eating to fuel your body or eating to just fuel your emotions. And do you realize that certain emotions make you reach for those mouth-melting chocolate chip cookies? So here's a little chart I prepared. So, life can be quite hectic, as we know, and it can create many negative emotions, like stress, sadness, and, guilt or even anxiety. So, but we don't want to feel like that, but we don't know how to change it. And therefore, food becomes our coping mechanism. We want to comfort ourselves. We want to feel good. We want to feel happy. That's why, and we seek comfort in food. We often eat out of boredom, especially now in the current climate, when we spend more and more time at home. We binge watch on Netflix, and what goes with that, we often reach out for some snacks, and usually unhealthy snacks like crisps or sweets or chocolate. And many people reach out to food just out of habit as well, and lack of awareness. And it's exactly like with this Netflix example I just gave. Out of habit, we reach for popcorn or bags of crisps or sweets, or ice cream and anything really. We don't think that we just had dinner or we just had lunch, or perhaps we will have dinner in a couple of hours. We don't feel hungry. We just without thinking, out of habit, we reach for those foods. And and it's fair, because humans are creatures that like pleasure. And let's face it, food is pleasure. And this emotional eating trigger often kind of correlates with eating out of boredom. We are bored and we start snacking, to make us feel better. And it gives us, pleasure, and, this ice cream or this melting chocolate in our mouth, it's pleasure and we like it. We don't get by, just sitting on a sofa and just watching another series so looking at the chart, do any of those look familiar? Can you relate with any of them? Some of them make you more maybe reach for the food? Which one is which one is your trigger?
Most of the time is I'm stressed and I'm sad.
Sorry, stress and
And sad.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's off. Yeah, that's the most common.
Also
Oh,
angry,
yes.
bored.
Okay. Hopefully I can give you a few tips in a minute. Here we go. So let's go through all of them. So when you're lonely, call a friend or or a family member. I mean, we don't really call that often these days. We usually text. Try to call them. I'm sure they would be happy to hear from you, and it will make you feel better and them. When you're bored, listen to some upbeat music or a motivational podcast. This is what I do. I love podcasts. Stress. So you're saying about stress. Take a few minutes to go for a walk or a jog if you do, or again listen to music or podcasts. Try to switch off. Try to live in a moment a little bit. Ground yourself. Be present. When you're sad, write. So I write in my journal, but I write mostly in the mornings. But I do write it sometimes during the day when I'm sad, and I write all the things that I love about myself and I'm grateful for. It really lifts your spirits up. And angry, do the deep breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, keep it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 4 seconds. And then repeat a few times. It's really, again, for grounding and living in a moment. And that breathing technique is so good. So there's like kind of a few tips what to do instead of eating. So moving on, emotional eating cycle. So does that even make sense? So I'll explain how it works. So you get a negative emotion that has been triggered, the one on the top. So you feel stressed or upset, or you sad. And then you find yourself in overwhelming need to eat, like comfy food to make you feel better and numb your this negative emotion that you're experiencing. And you open pack of cookies or crisps and you eat all before you even know. And then the eating may feel good in a moment, but the feelings that trigger the eating are still there. They don't go away. So you then often feel worse than you did before you started eating, before you've consumed extra calories. So you're beating yourself up for it. You feel guilty, and the cycle continues. So that kind of that's lead us a little bit to next step that I want to talk about, that it's been very popular these days, and that's dieting, and actually how to ditch the diet and the whole mindset of it. So I feel that the reason why anybody diets is because that's what you've been taught. That's what you've been told. It's when what science teaches us. It's what the food industry teaches us. Dieting everywhere, especially in the beginning of the year. Now you just see it everywhere, and we are really being sold and like a nasty bill of goods for, like, especially popular, media, social media, and it's instead of just learn how to enjoy food and which is really a basic of being human being. So I've got a little graph again here. So basically dieters swings from one extreme to the other. So this is the little graph. So it's all or nothing approach. We are told to restrict food, because it's a dieting, which only makes us going to the opposite extreme and overeat. We crave the food that we restrict, that we are told to restrict. And diets, they have rules that do not meet individual needs. And what it means is that we are all different. Our bodies are different and they have different needs. But diets are just overall diets. They will tell you to, not eat that or not eat that, or eat more of this or of that. But, we are all different. So with diets, basically we stop listening to our own bodies because we told something completely different. So we become obsessed with what we can and what we cannot eat. How many times you say, oh, carbs are bad or fat is bad. So exactly, good food and bad food. You may say, oh, I was good today, I ate salad. And classify this, if you classify foods that, make them bad food, is, more appealing, but good food less desirable. And then you restrict this bad food. Yeah, so when you restrict, you're gonna feel deprived. And this leads you to start craving the same food that you restricted. And and you think, okay, I've cheated. Well, I've cheated now. Here I go again. I screwed the effort. I overate. So, I might as well continue. And the cycle, what we were talking about before, continues, of the emotional eating. And those controlling, restricting thoughts literally drive you and drive your urges and feelings to guilt and shame, which then, drive your behaviors of overeating, emotional eating, and binge eating. And then the point here really is literally that, by thinking or saying I cannot, I shouldn't, that it just leads you to the opposite direction. That's what you know. If I tell you, don't look at the red car, you will look at the car. If I tell you do not think about, I don't know, blue car, you're gonna think about blue car, because we always go the opposite. And so people begin to fear food because they don't trust themselves, but to not overeat. So then the eating becomes a stressful experience because you're stressing over it. Okay. So, and the toxic thoughts come such as, I don't have enough power, willpower. What's wrong with me? I can't have just one cookie or one biscuit. I eat all of it. I'm ugly. I'm a failure. I'm never going to resolve this. Sorry. When you take all of this negative toxic thinking, all of this endless mental energy that you put into counting, and calories and thinking about food, and all in your efforts to control everything, naturally your body biologically it becomes highly stressed. And then that's what we call stress chemistry. It's like the fight, flight, and freeze response, that occurs in your brain. So you may say, but most of the diets result in weight loss, and it's true. Yes, it does. But the truth is also that 96 to 99% of dieters regain weight within a year. And not only that, 30 to 60% of those people regain more than they started at. But in the end, all of this dieting and tight control around food leads you to the opposite direction, what I spoke just before. And it keeps you stuck in never-ending dieting cycle. I mean, it's no wonder 96 to 99% of people who diet literally gain weight back, right? It just makes perfect sense. So if this statistic is not shocking, this is even more shocking. 60% of older women in the UK struggle with emotional or binge eating and the food obsession and chronic dieting, which means they struggle with their relationship with food. And I'm not even talking about like clinical eating disorders like bulimia or anorexia. This is just binge eating, food obsession, and dieting. 60% in the UK. So, but now the question is, how many have you tried? Thinking about what the word throws at you here. Just a few, this is just a few examples, just a few diets. There's so many of them, and yeah. So I have to say, but, sorry, I can't. Oh, Sheila, 1 meal a day, that's a hard one. So I assume you only eat dinner. Am I right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's hard. That's restrictive. That's very hard. So I hate to say, but much of today's, conflicting diet programs and advice, it's not about your success. The dieting, the companies, they don't really look at your success or about how you are and how you're feeling. What's your goals, what are your habits, what's your everyday routine, what's your life is. It's usually money game, right? It's a money game for them, all this stuff. And because let's face it, they don't tell you, what the dieting leads to. And it leads to, as I listed here, weight gain, weight loss resistance, because your body cannot cope anymore, slower metabolism, exactly the same. Deregulated appetite, increased cravings, increased binging, and overeating. That's hard. But you are not broken. And you need to know that you are not broken. The diet system is, and we're just operating in a broken system, and the system that is literally setting out to fail. And and I'm here as like kind of as a messenger, today, to help you not contribute to this dieting statistics. And I encourage you to shift gears, because you try OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. But once you go back to eating 3 meals a day, your body won't know what's happening. And it's difficult, because you're doing something that it's not really, we're not supposed to eat 1 meal a day. So, I'm sorry, I'm just can't see the chat when I have them. And back to binge eating, exactly, because you're restricting. Exactly. So all this talking about emotional eating triggers and dieting, and that leads me to step number 3, and that's make peace with food. So that's a little bit different one. So another cycle, and I really like this one. So that's about mindful eating cycle. So what you can do instead of dieting, basically, and what do you do to stop these urges and stop the binge eating, and this should help you. So mindful eating is basically an approach that encourages you to look at why, what, when, how, and how much you eat. And by not focusing on the act of eating, we very often, we eat more, we don't feel like eating, and we just eat just for sake of eating often. And lack of care during eating, it means that we do not get pleasure out of eating, which I spoke before, but eating is fueling our body, but also pleasure. So we then have another walk to the fridge or searching in cupboards for another snack, and that's again another cycle, another circle. So have you had time to think, that you don't have time to celebrate each meal? And do you do that, or do you celebrate it, or do you eat in a hurry? So what I would advise is, mostly for mindful eating cycle, is put away phone while you're eating. The world won't end if you, I don't know, don't check your social media, and also do turn TV off. Eating is like a celebration. Exactly. That's right. So put away phone, allow yourself to concentrate on your meal. Exactly. Do a celebration. So, try to focus your thoughts on just that activity, just you and a plate of beautiful food. So think about, like, use all your senses. So, you know, what a meal tastes like, what's the consistency, temperature, smell, you know, the crunchiness, maybe different texture. Use all your senses and eat slowly, enjoy it, you know, small bites. And at the time of the meal, try to like sit at a table and, you know, avoid eating in like in a running, so-called running, like in a car or walking down the street, which, you know, I see often, you know, people eating sandwich on a, you know, walking on a pavement. Even if you're eating alone, like be sure to like just have a nice plate, maybe, you know, maybe a little bit flowers, just enjoy it, nice cutlery. You know, the small details, they really do make difference. So let's go over those little questions, and that would, you know, help you a little bit more with the mindful eating side, because it's really, really good one and it really helps. So why do I eat? Try to ask yourself, why do I feel the urge to eat? Am I bored, stressed, or lonely? Do I find myself eating even though I said I wouldn't? And why? You know, what do I eat? What do I eat in a typical day? What types of food do I feel like eating when, you know, when I'm eating for emotional reasons? Just think about it, put the thoughts into it. Do I restrict myself from eating certain foods? Maybe you haven't even noticed that, but, you know, and then later give in and overeat those foods. Do I feel guilty when I overeat? Am I afraid of losing control when I eat certain foods? And then ask yourself, how often do I feel like eating? Do I eat only when I'm hungry? Can I tell the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger? How could I redirect my attention away from food until I'm hungry? What could I do to cope better with my emotional eating triggers? Do I eat while I'm distracted? Am I mindful of how I eat? Do I eat fast, barely tasting my food? And do I eat differently in private than I do in public? And how do I feel when I'm done eating? Do I eat enough to satisfy my hunger? Do I feel compelled to clean my plate? You know, we've been taught, or at least in my childhood, I still remember when my mom told me, you know, I had to clean my plate. I have to eat till the end. It was sometimes 2 hours, but I had to sit and clean my plate. That's what we've been told. What emotions trigger me to overeat? So what if you had a clear plan to attack, to start feeling calm, confident, and completely trust yourself around food? You had to gain more confidence in your own body. Discover ways to move your body. Eat without worrying about calories. Feel better about yourself. Let go of food rules and make eating enjoyable again. And that's, you know, you have to break the bad habits to create good ones. So the next step, the fourth step, is ask for help. You are more likely to accomplish your goals if you have someone to share them with and who will hold you accountable. And this is why my clients are able to continue their healthy, well-balanced lifestyle. Yes, so let's meet some of my previous clients and see what they have to say. One second. So Katie, the one on the left, she wrote, I have worked with Eva for almost 2 months and have really enjoyed it. With a combination of insight, patience, and humor, Eva guided me through the coaching process. With the work on my health goals, she helped me lay a foundation for and help me balance the different aspects of my life to achieve healthier and more sustainable lifestyle. And she kept me accountable every day. Along the way, there were also fun, practical suggestions which helped me to move forward. And said, thank you so much for your help as a coach. I'm so glad I've decided to work with you. I wouldn't have done it without her. Her patience, dedication, profession goes a long way. A beautiful, I'm blushing a little bit, sorry. Her beautiful, loving, fun personality really helped me feel at ease through the program. I would highly recommend Eva as a coach to anyone who wants to change their health habits and achieve their goals. And the last one, I've joined Eva's program a couple of months ago and I loved it. I have learned how to be accountable for my own actions and to reach my goals. I'm mindful what I eat and I managed to stay active following Eva's advice, and she still does. She's still active. She's very professional, caring and easygoing. No question from me was a problem. If you're struggling with health, weight, and not sure about the program, book a call with her. Won't regret it. So accountability, it's not only what we do, but also what we do not do and for which we are accountable. So you are more likely to accomplish your goals if you have someone to share them with, someone who will hold you accountable. Having a coach will give you the tools and techniques to achieve a balanced and fulfilling lifestyle. After working with a coach, you will feel better about yourself, more confident, and ready to implement all the changes in your new healthy life. This is why my clients are able to continue their healthy lifestyle and they are getting those amazing results. So investing in coach, everyone who struggles with anything in their life, whatever it is, should have a coach. But but the coach brings those things. They bring new ideas, accountability, and any guidance with proven system. It's easy to research stuff. You can find knowledge everywhere, but those things you won't find on Google. And there are new ideas in your head right now that probably would not have been there if you did not join this masterclass. And I'm going to explain you why I think that having a coach deserves to be the number 4 step here in this 4-step mind over mouth masterclass. So what can I do for you as your coach? As your coach, I want to support you on your journey, whatever stage of life you are in. And, focusing on health, mindset, and body movement. I'm there to help you get started and to keep you on track every step of the way. So you never feel alone on your journey. And I have proven programs that have helped others get results. And I offer personalized support tailored to your needs because, I will keep your life, health, and eating habits balanced because, in my opinion, it's all about balance. And using my own proven methods, I have created this 8-week Recreate Your Wellness program. And it's a personal relationship with me as your coach through all of those 8 weeks. So you won't be alone. And, in just 8 weeks, you will learn those things. And I help you through those 8 weeks. And I help you to set realistic goals so you stay challenged and will push yourself. But also I set short-term targets to measure your progress, because that's important. I help you to keep you focused on your long-term objectives and guide you when you feel stuck or you don't know what to do next. I will ensure you stay committed to achieving your goals and not get distracted by temptations. Motivate you when you feel down and are ready, to give up. It's, often happen, and help you to get you to your desired results faster. So how to, so 8 weeks is, each week's got their own module, but mainly I've just jotted down main subjects. So you learn how to overcome your negative feelings and identifying what triggers your overeating. That would be in week 1. then you conquer your emotions, eating triggers, using techniques that I've learned, the rain and stop methods. You will gain mindful practices to navigate your emotional life, so you don't always need to use food to cope with those negative emotions. And learn how to jump off the hamster wheel of yo-yo dieting, by creating epic new healthy habits and behaviors around food. So you will learn how to let go of all the food rules and make eating enjoyable again by learning that food is not an enemy, but rather a friend, and that nourishes you through life. We will crack the code of inner food voices that sabotage your health, because a lot of it's mindset and what's happening in our head and our minds and our thoughts, negative thoughts. And we discover how to stop battling yourself with overeating and feeling guilty afterwards. Discover ways of moving your body and create positive habits around exercise and set achievable goals without thinking of exercise as a chore. And I will help you to adopt a personalized action plan and like next step to take after the program, so you don't feel like the program is ending and you are left on your own and you don't know what to do and you're back to square one. So you may ask, what's the catch? Well, where is the small print to read? So the catch is you need to know who this program is for. So obviously you need to be able to acknowledge that you want to change your health and eating habits, and you have to want to make these changes, which means that you actually care about getting really great results, really great outcome and transformation, and you want to learn how to do that. And if you are someone who wants to get healthier and get more active, then this program is for you. So you probably had some experience with maybe dieting or maybe some exercises that didn't go well, or joining a gym and then stopping and didn't have like the motivation. And you just want to take it to the next level because you always stop, you always quit. And you have to be not afraid of challenges. You are sick of ups and downs with no consistency in your life, but you want to achieve your specific goals, and you want to feel more confident and happy, and you want to feel good, and perhaps fit into this old pair of skinny jeans or whatever it is that it's in your wardrobe waiting for you. So I think the most important point is that you have to believe you are worth committing into a better, that you are worth it, that you want to commit in a better, healthier and more sustainable life. Because I think that if you don't believe this, then you will always struggle and you will always result in not finishing what you started. And that's really, really important here, the belief in yourself that you are worth it. You can do it. So it's for this, enthusiastic people that you want to say yes, heck yes, to the new life. Heck yes, I want to change. Yes, I want to stop binge eating. I want to stop overeating. I want to have a healthier, sustainable life. So who is this not for? So this is obviously not for anyone who, if you have no intention in changing your current eating habits, right? So you like the idea of getting healthier and more active, but you don't want to invest time and effort in achieving that. And this is a big one. This is important because for a lot of people, this is a big roadblock. And this program isn't going to help if you still want to be stuck in your old ways. So you need to treat your health as priority. And it's not, this program is not if you're not willing to put in the work and the time, because I will give you work. I can't tell you how many times I hear excuses that people are not able to put any time and energy into their life or their health life, but then they wonder why nothing is changing, why they're still in the same thing as they were before. So unless you change something, nothing is going to change. They're simple words, but this is so true. So you have to be willing to work. And, this is not going to happen without your commitment. So my slides are, I think, this is not full. So if you're struggling with your relationship with food, lacking motivation and want to get healthier, and you're willing to commit 1 hour per week, a call with me, put your knowledge into action. This program is designed for people just like you. So how much is it? Because you might ask, okay, Eva, you know, this is all good talking, but yeah. So think about it this way. In a matter of few weeks, most of my clients go from overeating when, we stress, bored and lonely, to ability to overcome those emotions without reaching for food. They no longer have anxiety, anger or pain with food because they learn how to become familiar with their true feeling and true self. And they feel peace and freedom and find new love for life. So the price is £13.97, and as you may know, I'm giving £300 discount at the moment for everyone. So I'm slashing this, so the launch price is £1,097. But for you guys, because you are live, I'm slashing this price again, even more. So it's for $997 for all this 8 weeks coaching with me. So that's what it looks like just tonight. So if you sign up by midnight tonight, this is the 8 weeks one-on-one coaching with me. It's for $997. So the way I'm saying, you can keep doing what you've been doing, but it could take years for you to start feel better about yourself, be happier in your life and trust yourself around food. Or you can accelerate your health and well-being in short 8 weeks. And if you're like me, you don't want to waste years of your life, because it did take me years, and all the time you could spend with your family or friends, or it was with me, was traveling. I only started traveling about 5-6 years ago. And 5-6 years ago, I think I visited over 50 countries. So there was, but I felt happier. So if you don't want to waste these years of your life searching for answers deep inside the internet black hole, then you need a plan, and you need a trusted guide to lead you directly to where you want to go. No more waiting around and wondering if you will ever fit in those skinny jeans, right? But you want so much. So join today for only £997, and in a matter of 8 short weeks, you could transform your overeating, when stressed or bored or lonely or sad or just upset, and never again have to worry about binging on food when you are feeling those emotions. And if you truly want to feel calm and confident in yourself and around food, instead of feeling disappointed and fearing of gaining weight again, then join today, because that price is not lasting long. So why am I doing this? Why do I do it? And I'm doing this because I love giving back and helping other people in this struggle to succeed. I didn't have much help. I was struggling on my own for so long. And my life was literally all over the place, and I didn't know what to do. And I didn't have a structure. I didn't have I didn't have a plan, and it was terrible. It was horrible. And I want to help you in your transformation. As nothing gives me so much more pleasure in my professional life than seeing my clients flourish. And I know it might sound cheesy, but it's so true, because I've experienced that. So if that's something you would like to try, we can discuss it, and we can see if it's a good fit for both of us. If not, that's fine too. So if you are interested, please sign up, because the spaces are limited. I'm only taking 6 clients, and I've already 2 signed up, so I only have 4 spaces left. And obviously this price is only for you guys because you are live. So why do I limit spaces? Why do I only take 6 people? Because it's a bespoke program. It's based on a personal relationship between you and me. So I don't take a lot of participants. It's a one-to-one program, and I want to make sure you get most of it and you get the most value. So it's only with me, and I'm helping you every day. So, this could be the time you change your life. And I want you to think about your goals. Think about what it is that you want to achieve. Think also about what stops you, or what stops you in the past, from achieving those goals. And I want to help you to get there, but you need to join the program so we can work on it together, and I can help you. So this is the end. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and thank you for letting me share this with you. And I hope you got any value from this masterclass. And if you think of any questions, then let me know. I see something popping up, sorry. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions after this, then email me. You guys have my emails. So do email me. And I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I can't see. Oh, Jaga, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. And I wish you all the best. And to the next time. Thank you.